someone owns three or four or five houses, will they still own? I mean, it's more houses than someone needs, and they probably can't take care of them all, so they pay someone else now to take care of their house. Will there still be a lot of people with a lot of property who keep it all, or are we going to have like a limit on what one person can have?
So listen to how you're speaking, and you're speaking in the same way. This isn't personal.
Yeah.
I'm using you as an example of everyone else who's
Mhm.
listening to this conversation. The way
Mhm.
you're speaking implies some things that cannot be taken into the future. One is a judgment about what people have. We can't be judging what other people have. Just because a person has a bunch of houses, all that means is that they played the game that we're currently in. They played the game
Mhm.
successfully, and they shouldn't be penalized for that.
Yeah.
And as far as putting limits on things, we cannot prescribe what other people can have and not have, because other people are free just like we're free. So let's say that we're in
Mhm.
copiosis, we've successfully moved into transition, and there's some woman who owns five houses. Great that she owned those five houses. She gets to still own her five houses, and she gets to use those houses in any way she wants. Now, in copiosis, those houses could produce a lot of MBR for her if she allows other people to live in those houses when she's not living in them.
Okay.
And and the people and because other people are going to want NBR, Steve,
Mhm.
people will offer to take care of her houses, because when they do so, they're going to be creating value, net benefit value. And so they're going to get rewarded
Mhm.
by the algorithm for keeping those houses up for that woman.
Mhm. All right. I,
Now,
un- I
let me just add one other thing, Steve.
Yeah.
One of the reasons why we have this attitudinal problem, and it's not just in our ecosystem, it's a worldwide, is because we've lived in a system that creates the perception that if someone gets five houses, that's four houses less than I can have.
Yeah.
In other words, there's this belief in scarcity that if someone gets more than I do, that means there's less for me.
Mhm.
That's not really reality. That's just a perception we have because of the system that we've been living in. In
Mhm.
copiosis, just because a woman has five houses doesn't mean you can't have five houses.